I want to present a bit of a warning to people, really. There's three things I want to flag today. The first thing is, we've had lots of discussion about change. We'll have much more discussion about change. And in that discussion, technology will certainly come up. And what concerns me is I think we're losing sight of something that despite all the change, despite all the technological advances, one thing hasn't changed at all. It's a constant, and that's relationships. And I think it's really important that we don't forget that. And we see, the use of video conferencing. We see the online opportunities to provide, pragmatic solutions or to supplement what we should be doing where we can, which is the in-person contact. And COVID, regrettably, I don't think has gone away, but we do have to return to some sort of normality. And I've certainly noticed a significant difference where I've embarked on a relationship online, and then the circumstances have changed, things have opened up and relaxed, we've been able to meet people in person, and it's been like a suddenly switch in the relationship. So I really want to make the case that relationships are still as important as ever, and let's not lose sight of that. The second thing I want to flag is, for decades now, and Richard will be able to, I'm sure, expand upon this. There's been a debate about what is marketing, what is BD, and often the terms are used interchangeably without a lot of consideration of the detail of what it really means. And again, what concerns me is that I think sometimes marketing has been given a priority. People are focusing on marketing initiatives and again losing sight of the fact that people buy people, and what that means practically is that fee earners have to be visible in person if that is possible, and where it isn't, using channels like this today. But I do think that again, that hasn't changed. People don't buy the sign above the door, they buy individuals, which I think also presents challenges when it comes to the idea of outsourcing business development or outsourcing, getting people to generate leads for you. People want to know the person that's delivering the work. So again, it's a polite reminder that people buy people. The third point is something that's very current for me, because it is a result of a lot of self-reflection in recent months, and it's this. One of the things that's apparent is, in a training context and a coaching context, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And it's been troubling me for some time that what's getting in the way of people taking on board good counsel and actually implementing change. And it strikes me the big thing here is habits. And for me, BD success is about good habits. And I want to share with you three aspects of that I think require more focus and attention. First one, if I had to pick one good habit, it's follow up. I hear from professionals day in, day out that they're very busy. Then I see them, going back to your talk, Derek, I see them making bad choices a lot of the time by going to the same old events, and then they're not following up. And in my mind, if you're having conversations with people, if you're having contacts with people, if you're going to events and you're not following up, you're wasting your time. I think that's habitual, and it can be addressed to some degree, at least, by just better diary management and actually using your diary to put the follow-up tasks in there. And at the moment we're in perhaps coming towards the end of conference season. There's a lot of big international events where people are out of the business for 2, 3, 4 days or even a week. And I'm not convinced that they're doing the necessary follow-up afterwards because they are too busy. The second aspect of habits is, for me, it's about consistency of contact. And I really don't see the value in one-off interventions, one-off events. For me, this is about things that are habitual. You operate on, it's in the subconscious. You're operating on autopilot, and I think there's a real need within the marketing BD community to really highlight the importance of consistency. Which brings me to the third point, which is about putting in systems in place that's going to make that practically easier to execute. And again, an observation when I'm out and about, I get paid to be nosy. So I spend a lot of time in other people's organizations. One of the things that strikes me, that people that are successful, whether those are individuals, whether those are departments, practices, firms, one of the features is they have good systems. And for me, systems is not necessarily about fancy IT and technology. It's really fairly straightforward stuff like keeping track of conversations you're having with people and having that transparency. And one of the systems, and Richard, you've heard me talk about this, I'm sure, some years ago, is the coffee plan system. And the idea of the coffee plan is a really very straightforward system whereby each individual fee earner identifies his or her key contacts. Those may be clients, there may be referrers, there could be other professional contacts. These are people that you like, people you get on with, and people that you're going to make a commitment to get closer to over the next 12 months. I don't mean a one-off contact, a one-off telephone conversation. I mean a real commitment that you're going to focus in on. And this is about having conversations, developing relationships outside of open client files, open cases, open client matters. And for me, those three elements of habits can help both protect and grow a business: the follow up, the consistency, and the systems. So thank you.